Hey, good morning, everybody. It's your girl, Tonya, Lady T. I wanted to get on this morning right quick and do a Friday morning chit-chat, catch up with y'all, let you know what's going on. And while we're doing that, we're going to be getting ready for work. But anyway, I just want to thank you guys for your prayers concerning my son. He's doing so much better. He did have a mishap. Wednesday, he... I just finished doing my bun, so I'm wiping this gel off. His wound would not stop bleeding. And what happened was when that cut was so deep that it actually cut a vein, and they thought they had tacked the vein up by, they burn it to keep it, just stop the blood flow. Well, because he was Mr. Hard-headed and he was trying to move, and my son's very active. But anyway, he was moving and standing up on it and walking around on it. It kept that blood flowing when he should have been resting and had his leg elevated. So nonetheless, it continued to bleed through profusely. So he had to go back to the ER. They had to open him up, burn off the vein, or stop the bleeding, and then re-sew him back up. So he had to deal with some probably extra pain, but he's doing so much better now. He sent me a picture this morning, and it looks good. But I told him, I said, son, I know you don't be picking at it. Keep your leg elevated. Leave it alone. So anyway, so we tell the Lord thank you. So Wednesday going into Thursday morning, I was just tossing and turning. You know how it is, because he was texting me back and forth. And he didn't get out of the ER till maybe 3 o'clock in the morning. So it was just like one of those restless nights. So I didn't record anything because I was just, just tired. But anyway, just wanted y'all to know that he's on the mend, and we tell the Lord thank you. And, like I said in the, when I did the video, I didn't do that for shock value, for views or anything like that. I thought it important to know, because a lot of people don't know that. You do not need to put glass in trash bags, and that's the reason why. And if you find yourself doing that, you may know how to carry it, but think about the people who are trash handlers. They say the best thing to do with broken glass is if you got a cardboard box, sit it in the cardboard box and put on the box broken glass. Same way with people who have to take shots. They recommend you put it in a plastic bottle, or, go to your local, medical supply store and find you a needle container disposal contraption. So that way, when you put something in your trash and it goes on to those trash workers, those sanitary workers, you're also thinking about them as well. Even though we know that that's what they do, they collect trash, but there's a way to dispose of things. But anyway, so I just thought it important, because, and then you viewers, your comments were like, oh my God, Lady T, that is so true. That happened to me, or that happened to my loved one. Just almost like a PSA. We family, y'all. So, this is the kind of stuff we have to talk about, So, anyway, and I know most of y'all get that and y'all understand that. But I just wanted to just reiterate that about the safety of that. But anyway, so I just wanted to chit-chat about that. And I just wanted to also just chit-chat about, stuff going on in the news, y'all. I mean, let's just be in prayer. We've got a trade war going on. The president has slapped a $200 billion tariff on China. So how does that affect us? Well, if you're out and you're going to buy a television, if you're going to buy any type of goods or services that we buy and trade on the daily with China, those tariffs, of course, will be passed on to the consumer, because and that's in anything. I mean, I think about, here in North Carolina, Duke Energy, they spilled coal ash into the water and it contaminated it. And so in order for them to clean it up, they had, the state tagged them and said, hey, you got to clean this mess up. And also, you're going to be fined. They will fine this, $1 billion or whatever it was, a penalty. Well, guess who had to pay guess who had to pay for the cleanup? Because what did they do? They increased our electric rate. I mean, so the consumer, granted, it was their fault. They were negligent, in spilling that coal ash into the waters, into the atmosphere. And the cleanup cost, even though they were fined for it, and they ultimately paid the fine, but guess who ultimately really paid for it? Us, the consumer. Because what they do, they just jacked our electric bill up. They jacked the administrative fees up. And that's just the way that thing goes. So same way with, when you see those trade wars going on, oh yes, it might seem like, yes, the president's doing something that's tough, and ultimately maybe it'll pan out. But trust and believe and know. And I'm not picking on this administration. This happens in all administrations, presidential administrations that are in the White House. But what I'm saying is, we, the consumer, are the ones who truly get the brunt of that. We get the brunt of that. So, or we have to pick up the tab. But nonetheless, so just a little snippet on how all that affects us as the consumer. We're also, my eyes are looking at North Korea because they're still firing off missiles. They just fired off Kim On-jun, or as the president called him, the Rocket Man. He has he's been launching missiles that now are carrying or can travel over 200 miles. So again, things to look at and pray about. Why am I concerned? Why am I talking about it? Because as y'all have met on this platform, I've got two young nephews, nephews that are in the Army, and at any time, any place, and I'm sure for y'all who watch me, you may have loved ones, you may have children, your husbands may be in the military, and they can get deployed and sent whenever, wherever, and however long needed. We've dispatched fighter jets over there in Iran, Venezuela. So there's some stuff popping off. And like I said, as a woman of God, as just, an auntie, a cousin, and all that good stuff, I'm charged to pray for that kind of stuff. So that's why I talk about it and just bringing it to the forefront and just letting y'all know that I'm praying for all the military. Thank you for your service. That's, for me, it's not just a cliche saying. My father was in the military. Mr. Silver Fox was in the military. My brother was in the military. I'm from a military family. And so for me, it truly is thanking all service people for their service, because you never know when your loved one might say, hey, I'm getting ready to get deployed. Can't tell you where I'm going. Can't tell you how long it's going to be. I got to suit it and boot it and keep it moving. So, I just lift up all service people right here at this volatile time, because like I said, we don't never know what's going to pop off when you see stuff like this going on around the world. So anyway, we just keep y'all in prayer, and we hope that the decisions that our leadership and those that have authority will continue to make good, sound, godly counsel decisions that keep us and our loved ones safe. Isn't that the truth? So regardless of how we feel politically, I recognize I have to pray for Donald Trump. Truly, truly. Outside of maybe me not liking some of the policies and his character and all that, outside of all of that, I pray for Donald Trump. He is my president. He is the president of these United States. I am a citizen. I am an American of the United States. So I keep this man lifted in prayer. No matter how upset I get with him and his Twitter thumbs, I still lift him up in prayer. And I want people to know that, because we're going to always, everybody, even Christians, we're always going to have differences of opinion. We're always going to feel a certain type of way. We just are. We're human. We're in this flesh. But really and truly, I pray for him that he make sound decisions, that his cabinet members, that his people around him cause him to have a moment of pause and not be impulsive. And so that has been my continued prayer, to pray for Donald Trump, lift him up in prayer, because we are charged to do just that as Christians. And not only that, we have children. And like I said, I have nieces, nephews, cousins, and nephews that are in the military, and this man needs to be able to have a clear conscience so he can make the right decisions that can affect your everyday life. So anyway, just again, I'm just putting that out there. Let's lift Donald Trump up in prayer in all seriousness. There's some things popping off. And also I wanted to talk about, and look, y'all, I'm drinking this morning. I wanted something carbonated this morning. Yes, yes, yes. My orange vanilla Coke Zero. Yes, yes, yes. Give it to me. But also, what's up, Miss C? Hey, sister, I love you. And all people in Texas, they're going through, y'all, with that flooding and stuff. So let's just keep everybody in Texas in prayer, and any other areas that are just in that wave. I know we've got some rain coming this way this weekend, but it's only going to be like isolated. But anyway, just the flooding is just horrendous, isn't it, y'all? So just keep everybody in prayer in Texas and any other surrounding states that are getting busted. They're getting busted. Flooding and rivers and lakes cresting, and it's just they're getting busted. So anyway, I did want to lift that up, and I love you, Miss C. You, my sister, I love you. I've been communicating with you to, that I've got you in your prayer, and hope that everybody heeds to the warnings. This morning, it was showing so many people driving through that water, and they were getting stranded and floating. And I know when they say flash flood, that's exactly what happens. If that water comes in like a flood, flashing quickly. But what else did I want to jaw jack about? Oh, Harry and slap me now. I'm gonna put a clip in. They had Harry and Meghan. They had their baby. Congratulations to the royal couple. Awesome, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. But like I said, I'll put a clip in here because I recorded it because I wanted to make mention of it. So congratulations to them and their new baby. It's so awesome. Talk about non-traditional. Are you kidding me? Y'all better do it. I love it. Love it. Always celebrating new life. Amen. So, excuse me. So anyway, let me quit jaw jacking. We will be doing the Bible study live tomorrow morning, Saturday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're gonna probably pick up where we left off, but I also want to sort of delve over into forgiveness, unless the Lord just says stay on this path. I want to talk a little bit about forgiveness. And then I also the last thing I want to talk to y'all about this morning in Chit-Chat is, you know what, y'all, don't play with the devil. And what I mean by that, don't play with the spirit of things. I have noticed here, and again, I have to talk general because I don't want to put anything business-wise. Anyway, when I say don't play with the devil, when you know something is going, there's an opportunity for you to do wrong. And hear what I'm saying, because I'm going to tell you, you can get caught up. It's almost like, let me just say this. Have your spiritual readers, discernment, your eye, you have to have them always open. Not that you always walk around critical and militant, robotic. No, you have to be seasoned enough. And what I mean by seasoned, when you come into the knowledge of things, when you come into the knowledge and that's why I'm doing the Bible study, is because, of course, it was a command from God, but the word of God, it girds you up. It builds a standard in you so that you can always be aware of who's around you. It's almost like the salesman mentality. You have to know when somebody's coming at you. And what I mean by that, somebody comes to your door, they're a salesman, you don't see that much anymore. Oh, it's a beautiful day outside, and you, the consumer or the person, you say, oh, yes, it sure is. Oh, don't you like to have a clean house? Oh, yes. You're responding, yes. Oh, wouldn't you just love it if you could buy cleaning supplies that are earth-friendly, that are pet-friendly, kid-friendly, all the, and you're like, yes, 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 yes. And, oh, well, come on, I got a product just for you, and I need you, and this is what you need in your life, blah, blah, blah. And you say, oh, yes. And so now you're caught up. That's what I mean. You're caught up because now you done been pulled. And it don't necessarily have to be the devil. It could just be in any situation. Just hear what I'm saying. You're getting pulled because now you done said yes, 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 yes. And all of a sudden you're like, oh, let me tell you something. Situation happened. Like I said, I just want to tiptoe around this. I don't care how much you cool with somebody. I don't care how much you love somebody. That's your ace boom cool, honey. Let me tell you something. Be careful that you don't get pulled into a situation where you're saying yes and ultimately what you're doing is wrong. But now you doing it all in the name of, oh yeah, that's my home girl, or oh yeah, that's my homeboy, or oh yes, that's my blue thing. Whoever it is, it don't matter who it is. Even if it's your own mama, your own daddy, your sister, your brother, it don't even matter. You have to be, again, have your spiritual antennas up and be able to say to that person, oh no, baby, I love you, but no, I'm not going to be in your partner in crime on that one. Sorry. In other words, we have to love doing right more than making my sister girl feel good and letting her know I'm her ride or die or ride or life, whatever. Oh no, honey. See, when you come up on me, now there's some things we'll do all in the name of fun, and it's harmless. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm talking about somebody wants you to do something, and it totally goes against whether it's against the law, whether it's against ethics, whether it's against your morale, whatever the case may be. It may be a written rule that you're not supposed to breach, but it's one of those things that, if me and you don't say nothing about it, ain't nobody ever gonna know. No, not me. Because see, let me tell you something. I've learned my lesson years ago. Honey, no. Let me tell you something. The word no, hush, y'all don't want to hear about it this morning. Saying no to stuff keeps you out of a whole lot of foolishness. And I'm going to just put it where the goats can get it. Saying no to some mess keeps you out of some BS. I'm just here to tell you. So when I say, watch, don't play with the devil. In other words, don't let him find a crack in your foundation. And you've been going smooth. You're living your life. You're doing stuff on the straight and narrow. You ain't got to look over your shoulder. You ain't got to do one of them. You done got your life where you ain't got to do that kind of stuff no more. You don't have to be slick. You don't have to be a shyster. You done removed yourself from that. The Lord done deliver you from this and that and the other. Or just in general. And here comes somebody. Like I said, it can be your homie. It could be your homie. And they said, well, can you do so and so? Oh, I need you to really do me a favor. And they got you all worked up. Well, what is it? What, this is your girl now, Well, what is it that you want me to do? Well, what's going on? And then you like, okay, yeah, I got to do this because, honey. See, no, I'm telling you. And look, here's the thing. And don't get me wrong, your friend or person that's asking you to do it, they're doing it out of desperation. They're not even really thinking that, okay, well, daggone, I'm putting her in this position. Well, guess what? As your friend, I'm going to tell you the truth. See, I'm one of them. I'm one of her. I'm her. I'm going to be the one that's going to say, well, nah, baby, I love you. And guess what? This is why I'm telling you, because me and you both don't need to be caught up in some foolishness. And we both be sitting around and our family's looking at us like we crazy, like, daggone, y'all almost 50 and y'all did what? No, honey, I'm going to be that one that says, Suge, I love you, but guess what? And why we ain't going to do this? And guess what? I ain't tripping off the fact that you asked me to do that and would put me in that position. But see, because there's a thing in life that's called choices. And I'm taking the choice and I'm making the choice. No, not on that one. I'm good. Hope you good and find another route to get that done, but I'm sorry, I can't get on that lane. I can't get on that. And see, as friend, now see, that's a true friend to me. That's a true person. When you can look at your friend eyeball to eyeball, nose to nose, knee to knee, back to back, whatever you want to call it, knuckle to knuckle. What's up, girl? Yeah, when you can do that to your friend, honey, they'll love you all the more for it. Now they might get mad. They might say, well, daggone, I thought she was going to roll with me. No, honey, no, not if it messes with my freedom, not if it messes with my, me not being able to sleep at night, not if it messes with me having to look over my shoulder to see who's going to be knocking at it. No, baby. And like I said, it may not have been that extreme, but I'm just saying, we do stuff all in the name of being the ride or die. And then guess what? You might just die. You might die to your freedom being taken away. You might die to your job, losing your job. You might die to your husband or wife leaving you. Oh yeah, there's some things that because look, the wages of sin is still death. And so let's guess what? You gotta make up in your mind that, oh no, for God that I live and for God I die. Oh yeah, God is still working with me on some things. But there are some things that people ask you to do or that is very absolute. And you have to be able to be flat-footed to say, no, baby, I can't do that. And go ahead on and get it out and say, no, I'm not comfortable with doing that. I'm really not. I hope you work it out, but I'm just sorry. I can't do one of them. I can't be a solid with you on that. And like I said, as people, as friends, family, whoever, we have to be flat-footed enough to say no. But anyway, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I've been jaw-jacking long enough. But anyway, I just wanted to talk to y'all about that. Don't play with stuff, honey. Don't get pulled into stuff and you find yourself, because look, just like the word said, for everything you get yourself into, God will provide a way of escape. And if your escape route is telling somebody no, you better say no. Anyway, let me go. Get beautimous. It's Friday. We ain't got no more days to get it done. We already at the weekend. We're going to bust these 8 hours out in a breeze. Work these 8 hours in a breeze. Come on and work these 8 hours in a breeze. Anyway, I love you. Stay tuned or tune in tomorrow morning for Morning Cup Live. We'll continue on with Noah and his sons. What's going to be happening? What it do? Anyway, I love you. God bless. And may the peace of the Lord be with you. Ooh, excuse me, I was burping when I said that. Anyway, love y'all. Bye.